Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Have we decided on a path down this hallway here? Are we going towards the lady humming, or are we going away from it?
I think unless Sambar insists that we go that way, everybody else is voting away from.
If you guys are a no-no, I'll be with yous and look after yous. So, alright, we're not going to see the lady.
All right. You begin walking
But
down.
next...
I would like... hold on.
Next...
I would... Sorry. You go ahead.
No, I'm gonna be like, but next time, can we please meet the lady?
We may end up meeting her eventually anyway.
Okay, that sounds good. Never mind, I'm happy. Let's go.
All right. You
Okay.
begin walking down this hallway, away from the sounds of the humming, leaving them behind. As you do so, you see the hair occasionally coil and move underneath your feet as it slides back down the hallway towards the humming. You just continue marching along, though, and eventually you make your way out of this hallway into a small kind of square room.
I'll be right back. Something's going on downstairs. Sorry.
Okay. Into this square room where there is a larder of some kind. Seems like this is a place where kitchen staff may have come to prepare drier foods, get them ready for the cooking. There are sacks and heaps of grains and rice and vegetables. Some of them have taken to rot. Specifically, but there are basins as well, separated out on countertops built in along the walls. Inside of these bronze basins, the foodstuffs inside of them are fresh as the day they were picked. They have not succumbed to the rot that permeates the rest of the larder here. You notice that the golden hairs stop short of this room, and you make your way past them and into this larder yourselves. The only way out of this room is through another archway that is built into the right side of the wall. And once again, even though a hallway extends beyond it, you see the runic lettering through the archway, similar to the runes that you saw at the portcullis of the castle entrance.
Is there wheat in one of these copper bowls? And also, I look at Janla and I'm like, I found you some copper. Does it have to be a coin?
It does. Unfortunately, it doesn't.
Damn.
All right.
I tried.
Before, since Mike is away, while we're sitting here, Janlar would take the dagger of bloodletting and give it to Sambar.
Okay. Sambar, you have a dagger of bloodletting. Do you explain how this works to him?
That would be great.
Yeah. Okay, Janlar explains to you that in order to use the dagger bloodletting, you must...
you want me to send him a thing, or do you want to...
Sure, you can send it to him. You must cut yourself and feed it your own blood. You expend hit dice to do this, so you spend them like you would your healing rolls during short rests, and you'll recover half of your hit dice rounded up during a long rest. You roll that and take it as damage against your HP and mark off the hit dice, but for each hit dice you expend, the dagger gains a +1.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does it do 1d4?
Yes, it is a normal dagger, other than the magical property of it.
Okay.
Greg, what kind of humming it was coming down the hallway? Was it like solemn, or was it like happy humming? You know, like what kind of general feel did that have?
It had a happy feel to it. It was not sorrowful or tearful or sad. It seemed... It was not joyous and mirthful. It was not like a party, but it seemed like a nice little happy humming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, is there wheat?
You once again, after being distracted by the dagger, look through these basins and will find that there are, in fact, basins full of wheat amongst many other grains and vegetables here. Some of them you don't recognize. But yes, there are 4 basins full of wheat that you can identify as such. It's golden grain.
Perfect. If I pick some up, does it rot in my hand instantly?
No, it does not. You reach into the basin and pull out a handful of wheat.
I'm just gonna get as much as I physically can and just jam it in my bag.
All right, you start
I'm gonna
jamming handfuls of wheat into the
Shimmy
bag.
the bag. Shimmy the bag.
So you now have like oxidized copper, like filling this bag to the brim, and you're just like jamming grains of wheat in like any space you can find.
Yup.
Okay, you're not gonna be able to fit much wheat in here because you filled this bag to capacity.
Oh no, this is my backpack. Like I've got the sack. With
Oh, okay. You fill your backpack up to capacity then if you want with a grain here. How much
'Cause we're
weight
gonna
left do
need
you
it.
have in your bag?
I can carry another 10 pounds.
Oh, you won't get that much grain.
No,
You can get like 2 pounds of grain just like loosely stuffed into your bag in various nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
You will
what I'll do is
probably
just take all
never
my
have a
stuff out
clean
and
bag
shake all the
again.
grain out into the bowl when we get there. But I've got the grain.
All right. Yes. You begin shoving your backpack full of grain.
Note for everybody and myself later: buy more sacks.
Yeah,
I
do you
need
feel
more
like you have enough, or do you think we might need to carry more?
I think I cleared the bowl. Like I didn't fill my.
And was that basin the same size, the basin back at the...
They're not quite the same size. The basins in the mural are larger. However, there are 4 of these here that Sambar has cleaned out.
Okay, so we think we have enough then.
Hopefully.
Is Mike
Right.
back yet? Nope, Mike's still not back. Okay.
Can do a little dance, make a little love. Let's get down tonight. I'm thinking, what else can we do? Is there anything to eat here? Like other
There are dried foodstuffs here, grains, vegetables.
Ooh. Is there figs and stuff? Because I'm totally going to eat some figs.
You search around. You do not find particularly figs, but there are small fruits of various sizes in these basins. It seems that most of the foodstuffs here have given over to rot long ago. You get this kind of putrid stench of decay coming from the bags and the cupboards. Only the things inside the basins themselves have remained rot-free.
Well, the moment Rose and Janla are looking in different directions or looking at something, you'll see me just like long tongue grab one, and I'm like,
all right, you long tongue out a fruit from the bowl. It is not citrusy. It is much more of an earthy flavor to you, much like eating a tomato, you would imagine. Although this one is heartier, fleshier.
Remember, I don't care what you eat as long as you don't eat still beating heart. It's the last
I don't.
thing you need.
I don't think you've noticed, but I minimize my meat intake because I am semi-herbivore. Look at my teeth, and they're all like flat, right? You know.
Janlor would get up close and inspect his teeth. Do they look like
Investigation
normal?
check.
Do they look like
Investigation
normal?
check.
I don't have any sharp teeth for eating meat. Like, I'm not a predatory animal.
You are like part human though, right? And humans do
Yeah.
have sharp teeth as well. So he probably has way more molars than most humans do. But I imagine that you find some canines in there as well.
Don't sell yourself short there. I see a few powerful teeth in there.
Rose, what is it like watching Janlar inspect Sambar's teeth and Sambar eating fruits and shoving grain into his bag? And, are you okay with this? It seems like Rose has been much more creeped out by this than anyone else.
The problem is that this place is not alive at all. And Rose is very much like, she feels very comfortable with places that are alive, right? But this seems terribly dead. And the things that are dead are not really dead and come to life. Like hair is, turning into like a giant monster, and then there's hair on the floor, and she's still trying to wrap around her head around why there's so much hair and what is going on with those eyes as well, because that creature that we encountered in the cathedral also only had one eye, you said, right?
Oh, yes. Mostly I was going for you could see one eye.
For the emo look. It was like this.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Right.
I did put an arrow in one of its.
That's true.
Wow.
Maybe it only had one eye because Sambar got rid of the other one.
Possibly. But
I
yeah.
put an arrow in their eyeball. Like, come on.
So I think she likes finding things that are still edible because that's the only sign of life they can find in here. You know?
Okay.
Even though it's been preserved in some kind of weird way.
So, what do the four of you do next?
Well, I guess.
Go ahead.
Shall we step through the portal?
Yes. Want me to lead?
Should I
I
cast
just-
detect magic? Sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's magic, and I just stepped through.
Very nice.
All right, the four of you step through the portal. Different person this time. Rather than Sambar, let's have Janlar. Roll me a d12. I'll laugh if you roll a 5 again.
11.
11. Interesting. Okay, so the four of you find yourselves in this place. Let's throw you all on this page. You are on a tower at the very height of this silvered castle. On the Roll20 screen, it looks like it's gray stone. It is not. It is the silver castle that you've seen before. You are high atop the treetops, looking down at this crystalline forest that you had wandered through. You are at the very height of the silver castle. You see this unending sky of kind of bluish greenish light with no obvious source of light, just eternally the same brightness. To the back of this castle, you see the forest comes to an end next to a shoreline that glitters like crystal, but you see waves lapping into it. The water is not blue, it is orange, and hues of yellow as they lap into and against the shore. The shore itself is dotted with flower-looking growths out of what appears to be some kind of sand. The flowers themselves are brilliant white and reflect the kind of ambient light up at you, twinkling a little bit like stars. On the crown of this silvered castle, there is a number of giant, oversized black crows. They have blue and silver stripings on them, and all of them are perched on the walls of this, the like crenellations of this tower, and all of them are staring at you, occasionally giving out "Bagars, bagars, bagars." But watch.
What are they saying, Rose?
Does it sound as threatening as the last time when I was in the room? Like, was it like aggressive
make an
calls
animal
or is it?
handling check.
Yeah, I'll try. I mean, they're pretty big. You said, right? A giant. There's no
They
way
are
they
oversized. Yeah,
small
they are
animal.
bigger than you.
Right. The animal handling. Oh, I actually got that.
You should, as
I'm
a druid,
just-
I would think.
Well,
You think that they are less threatening than the taxidermed heads in the trophy room.
okay. New try, Greg. Speak with animals.
Okay. You attempt to
Subject.
speak with animals. You hear their bagops, bagops, as they turn into language you can understand. And they are speaking to you, not necessarily to you, but just at you. Like, watching, Watching! We're waiting! Watching!
I say to the others, I think these are... It's like an... I mean, they take watch here. I think they're watching and waiting for something or somebody.
I'm gonna wave
I'm
at
gonna-
them like, "Hi guys," and do they change?
You
gonna
wave at them
ask-
and they just stare blankly at you, occasionally going, "Bagop! Bagop!" Which Rose
Who are you
hears.
waiting for?
You! Watching! Waiting you! Watching!
Oh, they're watching us.
Visitors!
Lovely. Who is the...
Okay.
Wait, I'm gonna ask. I know it might be too difficult for them, but... Who is the golden lady?
Who?
Right. I figured. And then... They talk a lot, but they don't say much.
No. Well, that's no fun.
So crows are pretty smart usually, aren't they?
Yeah.
Ravens. I believe. Did I say crows?
Crows
Yep.
are smart, Joe. Crows
I
are
said
smart.
crows. These are ravens. I don't know why I said crows. Regardless, smart birds.
Is there like a way in front of us?
You see that this is pretty much an unremarkable square tower here, but there is a staircase leading down in this kind of spiralized tower.
Alright, well, I'll leave. Have a look.
Okay, as
Sure.
you begin walking towards, just walking anywhere, as you move, the crows all move with you. They just kind of hop along the wall, keeping the exact same distance to you, and just watching as you move. Just popping, "Brah, brah, brah," as they just kind of hop along the wall, watching you move.
I kind of want to put an arrow in one, but I feel
No,
like
no. No.
No? Okay.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Okay. I'm just checking. Just checking. Okay. Sorry. And then I'll like head towards the stairs, start heading down.
Okay, as you walk to the stairs, they all kind of shuffle along the wall, watching you. Alright, until they kind of all line up here. And they're just hopping along this wall, watching. And then, as you get to this point, all of their cries turn much more menacing. Like, faster cries. Rose, you hear them all going, "Stop, stop, 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 stop!"
Okay, I'll shout stop as well. In a normal language, so Zaba can understand. I say, I don't think they want you to go down there.
That kind of makes me want to go down there more. Can you ask them why not?
Why not? Why can't we go down there?
Visitors, stay! Stay! Orders! No one goes down! Stop!
They have
Sure.
orders. Nobody's allowed down there, apparently.
Ooh, there's an adventure waiting down there.
What if we give you some food? Would you
No.
let us
Food,
down there then?
food! Food!
Give them your rations. You can't have the grain. We-
Let's see.
Oh, she
Hey,
can
do
make
you have a
food
way
there.
down from here? Could you transform into a spider and walk down?
You mean down the wall?
Yeah. I'm wondering if we
Like-
don't have to go that way.
Well, I could, but what would you do?
I can cast levitate on all three of us, allowing us to safely drop down.
You mean down the wall?
No,
Like
just
here or here or
down to the
there?
ground.
Do you want to turn into a bug in front of the birds? I feel like they hungry.
That'd be a pretty big bug, but they are also really big.
They might try eating you.
That's true. Well, I think I'll try to appease them first. Let's see, 1 second. Do I have anything?
I'm just gonna pull out a ration and be like, "Do you want to feed them this?"
Sure. Sounds good. I'm also pretty sure I also do have rations.
Well, I've been eating the fruit, so and everything this land has to offer. So I really
They are
don't.
very big birds, so I feel like one ration might not cut it.
Do you know what, Rose? Are you familiar with what birds like this eat? Or I guess Faye, are you familiar? Because Rose is, right?
I mean, I guess grain would be an educated
These
guess.
are carrion birds, right?
Oh, are
eat,
they?
Like dead animals.
Wait, did you say they are crows or raven?
Ravens.
Ravens.
Oh yeah, they eat dead things.
Oh well.
Hey, do I still have
I do
that
not carry
rat?
anything dead on me.
I still have that rat thing strapped to my bag.
What is that? What rat?
He killed a rat in the swamp with his trap, and he's been airing it out on his back for ages.
I
Right.
literally have a whole rat. I'm just gonna give them the rat.
All right.
Oh,
Sambar,
yeah.
you pull off this carcass of this rat of unusual size, and you hurl it to the ground near the ravens, and all of them immediately rush forward and start attacking this rat carcass in a flock, in a flurry of feathers and beaks and talons, pecking at each other, pecking at the rat. They're just all in like a mosh pit of feathery awfulness over here.
and I'm like, go, go, go! While they're distracted, they can't attack us. Let's go.
Okay, I guess if he says I'm bolting to the door.
All right, all of you bolt
Okay.
towards the door. I want you to make a group dexterity check. Just d20 plus your dexterity.
Also, they are omnivores apparently, so they do eat grains as well, berries, fruit, and
You want me to roll it?
I want you all to make a group athletics or acrobatics
Okay.
check, your choice. So you could be trained in that to give yourself a help. It's just to race down here before the distraction of the carrion doesn't jump after them.
I'll do the group one.
wait, are we all doing?
Yes, group as a
I'm
group.
confused.
Oh, Chandler!
Yeah, fucking nailed it.
Ooh.
Well, I still have a 17. It's still pretty good.
And I guess I need to roll for Goric since he's not here.
I'm wondering if how
Goric
how
keeps
far away
his
did he
stuff
say
not in
wife
roll
is?
20.
So I've still like got a couple more months. She's not like.
Goric rolls really well.
Oh, yeah, he
So the four of you rush down this spiral staircase as fast as you can go. You hear the crows kind of and Rose, you hear them going, "No, alert! They're lost!" And then they begin flapping and rushing about. But you are back and down the stairs before the crows can respond to fight you.
Is there a door you can slam shut that leads to the tower, or is that all just open?
Once you go down a flight of stairs, you will find a doorway. There's a small landing area. It looks like kind of just a simple landing with an outlook and a window and a desk. But there is a door leading further down that you can open and then close behind you. All right. You open this door, let everyone in, close it behind you, the crows squawking, leaving you far behind. You descend down this tower. There's a spiral staircase going down, seemingly forever. The stairs just keep going and going and going. Every 100 feet, you find a doorway leading off the staircase, like a little landing, and then the stairs just continue going farther down past that in a spiral below.
Guess I'll take the lead and we'll keep going.
Can I count? I want to count how many doors we pass on the way down.
All right, how far do you go down?
Actually, I want to peek into the first room.
Okay.
Like the first the first door. I want to see what it is, and then we'll keep going down.
You go down 100 feet from the first landing that led up to the crows. After 100 feet, there is a small landing and a door leading off to the other side. You open it, and you find yourself peeking into a large ballroom. There is wooden slatted flooring that goes out probably a 40 square foot ballroom. There's large glass mirrors on the walls. In this ballroom, you see shapes, almost ghostly, apparition-esque shapes in fog and smoke, swirling together in dancing patterns. As you look in the mirrors, you don't see the shapes. Only when
Wonderful.
you look at them yourself.
I close the door. Whee!
Yeah, me too. I was gonna be like, yeah, shut the door.
We keep walking down. Just like, whoop.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
today. Not
True
the ballroom today.
True Aussie line. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah.
Okay. You begin.
Okay, Greg, what I'm gonna try. So I do still have a few spell slots open.
Okay.
Since I recovered some, I want to try to locate. Like, I guess I asked Gorik how he did it and what exactly he was looking for, and then I'll try to locate object the still beating heart.
Okay.
As we're walking down, right? So we're walking, Yeah.
Gorik explains how he casted it out, and you emulate Gorik's spell. And you get this kind of magical sonar pinging back the location of a still beating heart far below you. This spell range is about 1,000 feet, and you feel this at like the very extent of the range, far below and somewhere center of the
Right.
castle.
What is far below and towards the center of a castle usually?
Throne room.
Below?
Well,
Well,
where
far
are
It'd be
below
like
from
a-
where you are. You're high
Right.
in this town.
High up, but in the middle of the castle. Might be a throne room. Might also just be in the.
I mean, that makes sense that his heart's in the throne room, right?
I guess so.
And unless it's the dungeon, then we're going to a dungeon, and then that's a bad time. So let's just hope it's the throne room. Throne rooms are nice. They have big windows, lots of sunlight. I like the sound of that.
Right.
And you just see this panic look on my face, like I really don't want to go into the dungeon. Like,
Okay. Let's try it. And I guess I'll try to lead towards the still beating heart or whatever I can feel.
All right. You begin trailing your way down the staircase, down and down, passing landing after landing. After about 8 landings, so roughly 800 feet, you find that the location of your beating heart is through the door on your right here.
Is it a portal door?
It is not. It is a normal door like the one that was opened peeking into the ballroom.
It is in here.
oh well, that was easy. And I opened the door.
You open the door, and there's a small lip of stone jutting out in an otherwise large and circular room. A few feet, maybe 1 or 2 below the lip of stone, you see a pool of crystal clear, what looks like water. Unlike the lake that you saw earlier or the waterfalls cascading down the outside of this silver castle, which were crystalline and blue and viscous, this looks just like water to you from your hometown, from your home plane. Crystal clear and just perfect water. However, as you peer down through it, at the bottom of this, about 10 feet down, you see a pile of bones in the center of this pool. Floating on top of the pool is a large, oversized bed, as if, the size of a king, perhaps, or a queen. Just very large bed. Adorned with pillows and furs and cloaks. Again, oversized not only for you, but oversized for these kind of larger proportions you've seen in the Silver Lord's realm. just floating in the center of this pool. On the other side of the room, there is a similar lip of stone that you see here, and a doorway leading further inside. Your kind of sonar, your ping, goes past this room into the other side.
Right, I'll point that out to the others and say, I don't think we're here yet. I think it's over there.
Okay. I want to dip my finger in the water.
Oh my god.
Okay. You touch the water. Please make a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to give you like a pretty easy one, DC 10.
Oh, don't say that, because then that's when I fail. See, I told you.
Okay.
This is when I fail.
You dip your finger in and realize too little too late that this is a pool of acid. Just crystal clear. Please take, you just dipped your finger in. Please take D4 points. So 1. Take a single point of acid damage as it caustically burns your finger.
Yeah, don't touch the water. It's not water.
How does it not eat through the wood if it burns you?
It's magic. Janla, this one you can eyeball to magic.
Is the bed made? Is it like,
Yes.
all nice, or did it look like somebody just...
Yes, it looks like a perfectly presentable bed. Like this could go in a showroom for a giant bed.
You just
How do you usually would climb onto that?
But you put your like my nephews and nieces do. You put your arms up so your hands are on the mattress, and then you put your leg up and you hoist yourself up.
So it would be possible to reach the bed from the outside of the pool without touching the water.
I don't want to climb onto anybody's bed. Not with that.
No, I'm just
consent.
wondering whoever sleeps in there how they get in is all.
Oh, I feel like they walk on the acid. I feel like it's just a weird room. I'm not about it. It doesn't seem like the Silver
walk
Lord
on
happened.
acid?
Right?
I believe this might be the Silver Lord's bed, and in that case,
He
it's
washes
very
off in
possible
acid
he could
first.
Just walk across the acid. I mean, calls himself a god.
Well, he is a god. Alright, well, let's scoot around the edge of the room.
Hey, Mike's back.
Mike, do you have the walk on acid ability? Because we kind of need it.
I do not have a walk on acid ability. Sorry about that, you guys. There was a crisis downstairs I had to deal with. Everything's
we found
fine.
a room of acid.
Good.
Ooh.
Good. We were worried. Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you once we are live. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
So just so you know, we went through an archway, got teleported to a tower with ravens or crows, carrion birds on it. Successfully distracted them, bolted downstairs. I used locate object because I watched, Gorik explained to me how he did it, and I used my spell for it. And now we're in a room that has a large acid pool in it, and on that acid pool there's a bed floating. And we found out that it's an acid pool because because our deer stuck a finger into it.
Okay.
And we're pretty sure
Unless
that
you didn't lick it.
the heart...
At least
That was actually my idea was to drink it, but that could have gone way worse. So I just dipped a finger in it.
The heart is not in this room, though. It seems to be at least behind the next door, if not further.
Okay. I'm out of second level spells unless I want to cast Gentle Repose on the acid as a ritual.
Well, there are bones down there somewhere.
Best thing I could. I don't think I can. How big is said pool of acid?
This is it's in the room. So the way it's described, you are standing in this spiral staircase that has led down from the tower. And 800 feet down, there's a landing with a small lip. When you open the door in, underneath the lip, about a foot to 2 foot down, is this pool of acid. Perfect clear water. Bones in the center. Floating on top is this bed, perfectly well made, with furs and pillows for a king. On the other side of the room is this door. It's a normal room size, right? And the
We
pool
could
of
walk
acid
around the
takes-
pool, right?
No, the lip is only at
So
the
it is-
door on either side. So the pool itself fills the entirety of the room. We'll call the room however many squares across this this tower is. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
So we would have to get on the bed
It's
and
like
then
a
pull
60
ourselves
square
towards the
foot
door?
room.
Is that the idea?
I look at Chandler. How does levitate work? Can we just levitate across?
Let's see. I believe I can only move it up and down. I don't believe I can move it.
Well, we're
Forward,
1 or 2 feet above the acid. We could just levitate across, and then get on the bed, and then we're in the clear, right?
Well, you'll be suspended in the air.
But that's what I
won't
mean.
Move forward or backwards in the air.
Oh.
Well, what I could do is, I could climb. So what we could do is, I could turn into a spider. I climb across the wall towards the door, and I'm gonna pull you guys on a bit of silk towards the door
Yeah,
I mean,
while you're
use our-
levitating.
If there's a roof, you could sort of climb up the wall and then across the roof, and then lower yourself on a thread to the bed,
Yeah,
then, like,
that's also possible.
web to the bed, and then go back up to the roof, and then like use the. I mean, we're getting pretty mechanicky here with the old webs and stuff, but
I mean, it could also work with a rope if we don't want to use a web for it. But I could, I mean, I can climb on ceilings and on walls. So I could climb towards the door is what I'm saying. That's possible.
So the
Yeah, I can also-
door,
Is there a
the door is
chandelier?
on the opposite side of the acid pool, and the bed is the only visible means of potentially crossing the acid pool, right? That's the
Correct.
puzzle of this room.
Yes.
Okay.
I could tie a rope to the bed using
Mage hand.
And
Can
then-
you, if the bed is floating, can Mage Hand just kind of drag its mostly weightlessness across?
We'll see.
Is it
It could
weightless,
open
though?
the door, though. The
You
mage
see my
hand could
mage
open the
hand,
door.
Pulling on one of the sides as hard as it can. It only can pull 10 pounds of weight, so probably not.
Yeah, see, I don't know if that floating bit counts as weightlessness. Like, it still has to move the bed.
It's got inertia, whether or not it has weight, really. The Mage
Yeah.
Hand would have to be heavy enough to overcome the inertia.
Man, I don't want to do physics right now.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say. I'd like to
I'm
think-
gonna make this really easy because I don't want to do a physics problem on stream. Even though I could solve for this, I don't want to. No, because it's a heavier bed than 10 pounds.
That is
But-
fair.
Just like the general like
I think that's reasonable.
belief of the rule is that that wouldn't work.
Can I tie a knot with my mage hand?
Yeah,
Or attach like a grappling hook
Yeah.
or something.
yeah,
I was
that
gonna
very
say,
reasonable.
Is there a chandelier?
All right, Patrick.
Are you gonna swing from the chandelier?
No, we can tie the rope to the chandelier and then swing across instead of having to gin around with making Rose climb up the walls. We can just mage hand a rope to the chandelier, then swing across because it's mounted to the roof.
Okay.
I'm assuming, Greg, that there's more than 10 gallons of acid, right?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
my destroy water spell isn't going to be able to just
It's not going to cut it.
just dehydrate all the water that's suspending the acid. How much soap do we have between us? Can we just start throwing basic objects into the acid until we neutralize it? Does anyone have a bag of baking soda?
The amount of weight.
I do have a bag of wheat, but you can't use it. I need it for the bowl. I want to get out of here.
Right.
So, in response
Yeah.
to Millman's question, there's not a chandelier. However,
Damn.
there is decoration on the walls and ceilings, like sconces and things. It is conceivable that you could tie something to one of these decorations and hope it does not pull off of the wall.
I have an idea. Can you mage hand this rope? And I hand him like one end of my rope to that thingy over there, and I'll just like point at one of the roof things, and I'll pull on it and see if it comes off. If it can withstand my pull, we should be able to swing.
So up the edges of this tower, they're like sconces that could hold torches and whatnot. They're empty now, but you could fly this mage hand across to the opposite side and tie it off to a sconce high up on the wall,
The problem is how far across is the room?
60 feet.
I can't go 60 feet across. I can only go 30 feet. So that's why I was thinking we have to tie it to the bed.
Well, we wouldn't want to tie the rope to the 60 feet max range, because then when we swing, we would drop. That's another physics thing. We want to be in the middle, so 30 feet's perfect.
I'm gonna ask Janlar. It'll be like, do you think the acid would clean the tarnish off of the silver coins?
It's possible. Millman was apparently very injured by just a single touch to it. Possibly washing the coins in the acid might.
Could your mage hand just dip one and see?
Yeah, I hand him one of the oxidized coins. Dip away.
I create a floating mage hand.
You dip your mage hand into the acid with the coin, and over a few moments, it does begin to bleed away the oxidation. The discoloration of the mineral begins to filter out through the pool of acid slowly, and after a few minutes, or like maybe a minute, I don't know how long your mage hand is. We won't make the mage hand disappear, but it does take some time, right? This isn't a like dip and instant. The acid has to dissolve the mineral on the
Spend
coin.
the next week cleaning each individual piece of silver.
Right.
Yeah, my mage hand lasts a minute, but
Yeah, so at the end of a minute,
acid
you pull it back
in a
up,
minute.
and the coin is remarkably cleaner. It seems the acid does, in fact, take away the oxidation.
I just grabbed the bowl that I stole from the house and like scoop some acid out, and like we could just clean the coins.
I think that will probably take a significant amount of time, more than
If we had a bucket, we could just empty the pool into the stairwell and then just walk across. I'm just thinking out loud here, guys. Like I know we don't have a bucket. Wait, do you have a bucket? I mean,
we have like surgical tubing. We just like siphon it like you do like a gas tank. Start draining it down the stairs. Like, well, if we wait long enough.
that's fucking hilarious. I would do that. I have pittons. I have 10 pittons. Can we just? Faye, can you put pittons in a wall as a spider?
I don't know how she's going to hold a hammer.
She got 8 legs. One of them's got
all those legs and no thumbs.
Yeah,
that's it. That's
Sam,
it.
web it. Just web it to the one of the hands, so it's just.
As you mentioned earlier, Sambar, I could use my mage hand to tie a rope to a sconce up there. You could climb up on the rope and then pin it in to make it strong enough that we can all get across.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Why don't?
Fall, I can always levitate you.
Why isn't it easier if I just pull you on the bed towards the end of the pool?
I think that might be easier.
We don't know how much buoyancy the bed has. If we overburden it, it may just sink into the acid with everyone on it, though.
True.
That was my fear, that the bed is actually just levitating till we touch it and then it falls.
Do we even know if the bed is real? I guess the mage hand could interact with it, right?
The mage hand interacted with the bed.
Okay, it's not just an illusionary bed. Like
It is
if
not
you
an
can jump
illusory
this
bed.
far, you just jump.
I was going to say, I could just
Wow,
make an
what a
I like
trap!
to disbelieve the acid.
I was just going to make an illusion of myself, run at the bed. If it bumps into it and disappears, then it's there, right? Like,
Yeah.
All right. Which route do we want to take? We want to
I
try.
mean,
That
we
would be
can
the-
save
I have to make a
face
note for that trap. Pool of acid
shape
with
shift.
illusionary stepping stones for people to walk across.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do that to my DM game now. Ah, yes. People are gonna die in acid. It's gonna be great. Let's go with the rope thing, because then we don't have to waste the shapeshift or
Levitate.
levitate. Exactly. So
Let's start. Let's
make some
start with
rolls.
simple options and start expending resources as simple options become less feasible.
Okay, then I'd like to try to use my mage hand to tie the rope that Sambar gave me to one of the sconces up in the ceiling.
You do this. The mage hand takes its time. You got a full minute. It ties a nice tight knot on a sconce.
if we really wanted to, we could have just I could make a noose and then you just have to lift it up. and then put it on there, and I just pull it tight because then the noose will never let go.
Yeah, it's,
like a slip
it's
knot.
tied up there. Sorry.
All right. So let's see if I can do this climb check.
So you're gonna crawl up to the center of the ceiling and hammer a python in?
Yeah.
I recommend testing the weight before you start.
Oh, obviously, I'm gonna pull down on it.
Alright.
So I'll
You give a
make a strength.
mighty yank on this rope, and it seems to hold your strength. You've been climbing up, slowly, using the rope as a guide, up the wall. You're going to try to python something in on the center of the roof. So you get to the top of the roof, and now you tie this rope around your waist, and begin trying to freehand your way out to the center to hammer in a python. I'm going to need an athletics check. I would normally make it at disadvantage, but you've given yourself some preparation with a rope and a climbing python and some help here. So I think that you'll just take it normally. All right, you with your powerful frame and your adept climbing hooves make your way to the center of the
Not
chamber.
sure if deer can climb upside down, but that's fair.
And you begin
that's a limit to
hammering in
things.
a python into the center of the roof. You untie the rope around your waist and then attempt to tie it onto the python with one hand. This is a much more difficult task because you have to cling to the roof with your hooves in your other hand. Give me a sleight of hand check to tie this knot.
Oh, yeah, please!
Oh, wow. You finish tying the knot, and you are here. You've successfully harnessed the rope to this python, and you are clinging to the center of the roof. Are you going to try to climb back down, like climb backwards, or are you going to just drop onto this bed?
I'm gonna lower myself onto the bed.
Okay. You unhook yourself from the ceiling and fall back onto the bed. Poof! A wave of acid kind of laps out in a ripple away from the bed, splashing out onto the landing where you all are standing. You do some quick hops to get away from the acid, and you find yourself spinning on this floating bed in the middle of a pool of acid.
Oh, I don't feel so good. Motion sickness. Yuck. Alright, just get across. I want to get off this bed. This is horrible.
Immediate motion sickness.
Yeah, because I live in the plains, right? I've never seen the ocean. I've never been on a boat.
Solid. I like it. I like how immediate that effect was too.
It's just like, yeah, nah.
Alright.
Let's make
So now
this
a
quick.
free swinging piece of rope is attached to this python. What do you do?
Got a mage hand. How many times can you use mage hand?
It's a cantrip, I think. isn't it?
Oh, awesome.
Alright.
Well then, mage hand it to you. Start swinging, kids, and I'll reach out to grab them as they swing across.
Dan, you're muted.
No, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I shouldn't have been muted. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, I'll swing across. I'll grab.
All right, you mage hand the rope to you. You swing across to the center. You have a rope and an assisting friend here. Go ahead and roll an athletics check with advantage.
Is the door on the other side open or anything?
It's closed.
You said athletics.
Yes, sir. With advantage. 16. You grab the rope with your mage hand, swing yourself across with a quick grab from Sambar. You make yourself onto the bed as well. Now it's kind of spinning slowly in the center of this pool of acid. The rope swings back to Gorik or Rose.
Does the bed get any deeper in the acid when the second person stands on it?
It does not.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Can Janlar from the middle now, is he close enough to see if his mage hand can open the door on the other side?
I'll try that. Yeah. I'll reach
Your
across
mage
my
hand flies across, finds the handle, and turns it. It is unlocked. The door
So
is
does the
heavier.
acid continue throughout that doorway?
The door is too heavy for the mage hand to push it open. It tries, but the door remains closed. But the handle turns. It seems unlocked.
Is the acid above the level of the bottom of the door, or?
So the doorways, there's a lip of stone, right?
Okay.
That acts as a landing next to each of the doors, and the acid sits about a foot or two below that.
Okay. So opening the door wouldn't just send acid from this room cascading into the next room?
No.
Okay. Does the door look like it opens in or out?
It opens outward.
Towards us?
Away from this room.
Okay.
Into the other room.
Okay. Well, that's good anyway.
Let's get everybody onto this bed.
I guess I'll start climbing.
Can someone just swing all the way across the pool on the rope?
You can. You will do that as a normal roll, because you don't have friends helping you.
Can they give you a little boost as you cross the center?
Well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that athletics check because I'm not athletic enough to do that. So I'll just aim for the bed.
All right. Please roll an athletics check with advantage.
Just don't double dose it, and we're fine.
By the way, Chandler's prepared to cast Levitate on anybody else.
All
God
right.
bless that advantage.
Yeah.
You swing across, and you for a moment think, "Oh my God, I'm going to land short." But Sambar quickly reaches out, grabs the rope, and hauls you all the way onto the bed, and swings it back to Gorik.
What a gentleman.
It is a personality trait of mine, so thank you.
All right, let's send someone across before anybody starts.
Well, I'm gonna
I'll-
be needed here once we get the last of us across, or are we all on here now?
No, Gorik's still on the other side, but I think Chandler has to stay in the middle for most of it, so the mage hand can carry the rope back across, right?
Dan,
You're muted,
still muted.
Daniel.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm confident it's gonna be able to hold all our weight. I mean, the people who live here are 7-8 feet tall, so if two of them slept in this bed, it would most likely carry 4 of us.
I mean, what we can do is, I guess, if you stay here and get ready to catch them when he comes across, and I'll go and swing across to the other side first, and that way there's less weight because I'm a heavy boy.
All right, that works for me.
All right,
I
I'm gonna
skip a lot
do the
of coins.
swing. Oh, wish me luck.
All right, roll your athletics check.
Come on, all gods and new.
You make your way across, landing unevenly on the other side, but manage to catch your balance, and you are now standing on this landing on the other side
And
of the doorway.
I turn around and I bow. I'm like, oh, thank the Silver Lord.
All right. So Gorik can try and roll out into the middle then, or
Okay.
can swing out into the middle
Please roll with advantage.
with advantage still. Okay,
You have friends helping you with this
we
rope.
got the rope
Go
and all
on.
that.
That's
You
pretty-
make your way
13.
to, you make your way to the bedside, getting a toe on it. Rose and Janlar help haul you in the rest of the way. You three are now on the bed with Sambar on the landing on the exit side.
Okay, come on, guys, one at a time. Let's do this. And then, Janlar, I'm gonna need you to get me back my rope.
All right. You guys go first.
All right, Rose, make me an athletics check with advantage.
Oh my god, I hate these.
You're good.
19.
You make it across. Sambar opens the door and lets you through. Gorik, make a check. You
Well,
just make it
yeah.
across. You also land unsteadily on the ledge, pitching backwards, but with Sambar's quick hands, you manage to regain your balance as well. And you go through the other side. Janlar, make your check.
All right, guys, I'm about to fail here.
You can do it.
You're good.
Yes!
You make it to the other
You
side.
guys did.
Your mage hand rises up to the center, unhooks the rope, and brings it back to you. The python, however, is lost, still stuck into the center of the.
That's
the
fine.
ceiling.
I got 9 more. It's fine.
All right. The four of you walk through this exit, leaving the pool of acid behind, and find yourselves in a large central gilded hall. There are columns that lead out into a center with a long kind of red shag carpet with purples and golds woven into it in intricately designed patterns that
Marvin
leads
Gaye
up
is
to
playing
the
on the
other side
radio.
to a kind of large throne room. Raised up on the center of this throne room are two enormous, elaborate thrones gilded with silver and gemstones. One of them lies empty, and the other one has the form of a beautiful maiden with long golden hair down to her shoulders.
Gosh darn it!
Well cut,
Does
not
look-
mangled or
does-
matted. No.
Okay,
Not
I was like,
Rapunzel
does
down the
look
hall.
hair just extend through the room through another door? Okay.
She
Sorry.
sits with a pleasant smile on her face, eyes open, unmoving, as if herself frozen in some way. The hall itself is empty, but still glows with that kind of omnipresent light from this world.
I grab the blade of bloodletting. I'm like, I guess I'm gonna have to cut out the lady's heart. Like, we gotta go. It was sarcasm, but I'm like totally like, looking at them with the knife in my hand, like we're taking her heart, right? Like,
I don't think so.
Is
If
this
the-
the beating heart you're noticing, Russ?
Rose eventually walks forward, the sonar pinging, and there is a small, ornate coffer, essentially, at the foot of these two thrones. It is gilded again in silver and marked with a leafy pattern across it. And the pinging comes from inside this silver coffer.
I think it's in there. I don't think we should open the box, but I think it's in there.
What's in
Okay.
the box?
I'm gonna walk out in front, bow, like kneel in front of it. No, sorry, my lady, but I need this, and I just grab the box.
You pick up the box. It is heavy, surprisingly so, probably for you. You don't expect it to be as heavy as it is. You strain a little bit, but lift it up with your impressive 18 strength, and have yourself a large silver coffer, which you hear now that you are up close next to it. This small thudding.
Does the lady resemble the lady we saw at the wall?
In the mural,
Yeah.
that one,
The one where the book was found. No.
Yeah.
the spell book.
Didn't she have dark hair? I can't remember now.
Well, was it a painting or was it like a stone carving?
More like a stone carving.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't imagine it was in color. Hair
But
is
no,
hair.
the facial features of this woman are far different. The woman
Okay.
that you saw in the painting had like a kind of a narrow face, one that resembles like a certain ethnic group from your world. They don't come from the Midlands, but you recognize the kind of features of somebody from the Far East of your world, someone that would come on a boat in port. You notice that the face is not weathered or lined or anything the way you would expect from a long journey or from age, right? This is a very youthful face. Here in the throne, the maiden is older. This is a matron that has spent some time. She is otherworldly to you. You don't recognize her as part of like your world's grouping. She seems to be probably from this this realm. She's about 8 feet tall, you would think. She fills the throne naturally, but just sits there, matronly looking, as you walk around here, unmoving, unflinching, eyes unblinking.
Are you okay, my lady? I say in Sylvan.
No response. The figure doesn't move, blink, speak. Just continues sitting there, still.
What is the throne made of? Gold, you said?
It is silvered. Everything here that is related somewhat to the Silver Lord tends to be silvered. And this is gilded in silver.
I was gonna say he got himself a fine Alplane lady, but she's a bit big for Alplane.
You think it's her heart in that box?
Well, I would thought it was his heart, but sure, maybe I'll look after it. I guess. Wait, that doesn't mean. Wait, do we have to go across the acid again?
Are there any other exits from this room?
There's one exit to the opposite side that you came in from. This is like a large kind of hall. You think this is where the king may have had an audience, right, to sit on his throne and give adjudications. To the right, leading further into this castle somewhere, straight ahead of you, the facing the opposite, like the thrones themselves are facing this exit. There's this like kind of large archway that seems to lead out into a courtyard that once again has the symbology of runic lettering that you've seen through these other two archways.
Before I go to walk away from the thing, I'm gonna put one of the big silver coins that I got, and I'm gonna be like, "Blessings of the Silver Lord." I'm gonna go and like just turn and walk towards the archway. Let's go.
You place
Don't let
this
go back.
on the maiden's like lap or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's exactly what I do.
When
Blessing
you
of
get
the
up,
Silver Lord.
when you walk up that close and like put something next to her, you come to the realization that this woman seems embalmed or preserved. It seems that she is much, for lack of a better word, taxidermed, sitting in the chair here.
Oh my god.
You place
This
your
literally is her heart. He stole her heart. What a badass. Let's go.
you place your coin on the lap of the lady, and you turn to leave.
Yeah. I'm sorry, lady. You're very pretty, though. Long afterlife. I don't know what to say to her. Come on, guys. You're better at this than me. What's the etiquette book say?
I like look through it and it says, I don't know. I mean, it says you shouldn't put mummies. It says something about you shouldn't drink mummies, but I think that's pretty apparent, isn't it? It also says it's pretty bad to steal mummies from a place. People might get mad at you later.
So
I think
we're
we should
good?
leave her here, but
She's sitting up, right?
Yep, regally
leaning-
almost.
Is she leaning forward, or is she sitting like straight up and down?
She's sitting like at attention, regally, like a queen sitting her throne.
Okay. Do I think I would be able to balance copper coins on her eyes? She's sitting straight up and down. I don't know if they would stay there, if they would fall off.
I don't know if you could balance them, but this is a taxidermed person. I'm sure you could press them in enough that they would stay.
Don't touch her. Don't send her away, because what if her heart stops beating?
Right, like I bet you could dig them into like the embalmed flesh.
I don't like this.
I
Make
agree
my
with
skin
Sam,
crawl.
I
Let's
think we need
not.
to leave her alone.
Yeah, just leave her. She's pretty and fine the way she is.
We have the still beating heart. We have everything that we need to get
Let's GTFO.
the bases
Alright.
filled.
Gorik will say a prayer of the dead over her, but he won't cast gentle repose on her body.
Okay. I mean, she's fairly gentle reposed already.
Yeah, it seems like it. Also, most taxidermied animals have glass eyes.
She's
These
not
are
an
not-
animal.
well,
she's a
the
lady.
special kind of taxidermy, probably.
Yeah, it's probably magicadermy.
Maybe she's sitting on a copper bowl.
It's taxomancy. That's what it is.
It's not any case if it's in a copper bowl, so maybe, you know.
Are we going through the archway with the glyphs then?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is luck.
The four of you step through the archway with the glyphs. We've had Janlar and Sambar roll. Let's have Rose roll. Roll me a d12.
Go back to the place with the golden lady humming.
Give us a 1.
1d12, right? No.
1d12.
Don't do
10.
a 5.
What
Ooh.
is a 10?
I'm thinking 1.
Oh, you guys are so lucky. I swear nothing bad ever happens to you. All right.
Oh,
You step out. The light flashes again. silver light as you step through the archway, and you step out the other side of the portcullis at the entrance to this castle that you originally came in from.
Hey, here we go.
Out it!
High five. High
Excellent
five,
job,
Professor.
bros.
You find yourself standing at at the moon, kind of the rainbow bridge, looking through the treetops once more, at the cathedral that you took the book from, and these houses that you've raided for their goods.
Do we have everything? Can we leave?
Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Nice. Now, children, stay with your buddies.
Wheat, salt, wine, honey.
The heart,
Silver.
the silver.
Still beating heart. Heart.
So the fruit's already filled.
Fruit's already filled.
Gems was already filled.
Gems already filled. And silver.
And one with
That's 8.
Yeah, we have
That's
all
all
eight.
of them?
Yeah.
I have them all.
Let's go. Let's book it. We just run to the exit.
You begin hoofing it to the exit, wandering through the rainbow bridge, as it were.
Do you want to try and get any more gems out of the bottom of that pool?
You could try. You know the way to that pool. Once again, while you are on this like rainbow path, it seems natural to you. Anywhere you want to go, it just instinctually you make the right turn as you're running through. You do, as you're hoofing it past, see this kind of large green figure sitting in one of the treetops watching you. He has green eyes, green hair, green everything, holding a cigar, kind of smirking. He looks a lot like...
Alice in Wonderland, the striped cat.
He looks a lot like this.
Ooh, I don't want to go near him. You stay over there, buddy. You stay right over there.
And he just watches, kind of twirling this little like green cigar in his hand, and just cackles to himself with orange eyes, watching you as you're on the bridge.
In my mind, things are always a lot nicer, and then suddenly they turn out to be really evil and ugly. When you show the picture, I just thought this was a chill dude smoking a cigar. Turns out he's just this half zombie. I'm like, okay, never mind.
How far away is he?
He is about 40 feet away from the Rainbow Bridge, just chilling in one of the tops of the trees, cackling away.
Do you have the silver necklace with the hands on it?
No. No. I could make a necklace of your hands.
No, I'm good, thanks. Bye. And then we
He watches you, and as your footsteps come across this bridge, suddenly in front of you, the Rainbow Bridge starts forking into hundreds of directions. As you,
Oh my god.
you see him waving his cigar around, and from it the rainbow kind of magic ekes out, and it begins splitting off. The road in front of you seems to take 1,000 courses, all of them in varying directions.
I sigh. I'm like, do we have to kill him?
Could you not?
It's been a rough day.
Choose wisely.
I look to Faye and
Okay, can I said, can, hold on.
does anyone have a piece of copper? A copper coin? Anyone?
Do you have a copper on your character sheets? Please give him a piece of copper.
I've got a copper.
Yes, you have a copper. Do the thing.
Perfect. I would take the piece of copper from you and cast Detect Thoughts then.
Ooh, interesting. All right, you rub your copper together and begin reading the thoughts of this creature. You
And then all I'm going to say is, which way should we go?
He once again repeats, "Choose wisely." But you can see in his mind's eye as he thinks that the road hasn't changed. He's merely put multiple paths in front of you, and like the road straight ahead is still the correct one.
I say, follow me, and walk along the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah, I was gonna say my next question was gonna be like, so far every path we've been on the Rainbow Road, like we've just had an innate sense of where to go. Like, did that sense go away, or was it still like, here's a bunch of paths? You still feel like this one's right, though.
The sense has not vanished, but it has become diluted. It seems like every step is the correct step.
Okay.
You begin walking along the path. This guy kind of puffs on the cigar briefly. You chose wisely. He leaps across to another tree, watching you as you walk along the paths. He kind of shakes his cigar again, and another, like, twisting web of paths form in front of you. Can you do it again?
Let's see. Is my detect thoughts still
Yes,
active?
and you can use the same trick to continue through.
I only have it for a minute though. So.
Okay. You choose the correct path again. He twiddles his cigar, seemingly frustrated. Just kind of leaps to the next tree. You must be cheating. I know these paths too well. He kind of whittles his cigar around and says,
If he does it again, I'm gonna turn to him. If we get the right path, you need to go and find me that necklace and get it to the portal before we leave.
a necklace. I don't have any necklaces.
No.
I look like a
the
woman
Silver
to you.
Lord's necklace. That's the one I want.
Silver Lord hasn't been here in ages.
Exactly. So his necklace has got to be here somewhere. So you need to rush and get it. Are you
Why
ready?
would
I'm
his
gonna go the
necklace
right
be
way.
here? No.
Because everything else is here.
You want a wager, though? I like wagers. You want to wager on the correct path. Then you and you alone will choose the next path. And he wiggles his cigar around. If you choose correctly, I shall leave you be. Maybe try to find you a necklace. Don't count your chickens, though. Then he says, if you fail, I will take you home with me. You will stay there forever.
That's creepy, and I just keep going the way we were going.
Okay. You can't really remember the way you were going. You don't have detect thoughts. So,
No. I was just going straight. 'Cause, right? Wouldn't he make more branches, right? But there should still be one that goes straight.
it's very hard to tell which one that is, seeing as they all kind of branch off from your feet. This illusion is quite powerful.
Okay.
So, you're going to try to just select the correct path here. I want you...
Roll a D1000.
Yeah, I don't really want to make you roll a D1000, so I want you to do...
I wanna lawyer this.
How,
As a satire,
how much have you eaten from this land? You ate the
bit.
fruits. You ate the
A
salt.
lot. He ate
You ate
figs.
the sugar.
the figs,
You ate the
the
figs.
tomato things.
He ate
I
like
ate
4 or 5
fruit.
fruits. He just kept eating fruit.
And some honey.
You ate the honey.
And I ate some honey.
Did you
I
try
licked
the
a
wine?
bowl of them. I did try the wine.
Did you try the wine? I don't
Yes.
think you did.
I mean,
like
he filled his,
wood.
No, you haven't
filled
in
his
your
water
wine skin,
with
though.
wine. I would have.
You have consumed 5 things at the Lord's table. Roll a DC 15 saving throw at +5.
What kind of saving throw?
+5.
Okay,
It's
just,
luck.
just a d20
And
plus 5.
your luck is
Can I-
buoyed.
Can I lawyer, since he's using illusion magic and I'm a satire, so I actually am an illusionist too,
Yes.
that I'm good with this? Can I get advantage at least?
I think that makes sense. Your Fey ancestry gives you advantage on these kinds of illusion and
Because
charm effects.
I'm a
Yeah.
trickster.
Is this a skill check of some kind?
So
Do I
roll it +5 for your test at the Lord's table, your feast at the Lord's table. You are of this land, and you will get advantage for your Fey ancestry.
+5, and then I'm gonna roll it twice. Come on, 13?
DC 15.
He said 15.
Ah, damn!
You step confidently towards one of the paths and immediately fall through. The path vanishes in front of you, and you begin falling. You cast Levitate, but this creature immediately begins laughing. The goat boy's mine now. And he leaps out of the tree onto the path ahead of you, which has now become its normal path, and begins walking his way towards the floating sandbar with large, oversized hands. Begins reaching out to grab him.
Can I put an arrow in his head? Because I'm levitated.
Yes, I suppose you can, and I don't believe he'll be expecting you to break your deal. So,
I'm
please roll
breaking
to
a
hit him
deal.
with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? I'll
Yes.
take it.
I like to point out this guy's
11.
face reminds me of Beetlejuice. Like, he looks
Everybody is saying it. Yeah, I agree.
11 does not hit. And with that, I guess it's initiative time, because he does not like you breaking your deal. He kind of takes his cigar out and very angrily says, "Now he fights."
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yes.
Please don't drop concentration and drop me.
So, Janlar, initiative... No, Sambar, initiative 10. Rose, initiative 3.
I should roll initiative.
Janlar, initiative 15.
Safe to assume it's probably low.
11 for
double
Gorik.
digits for a dwarven cleric. That ain't
Ooh.
bad.
You're not a
Yeah.
dwarf.
It's true, but I have a dwarfy dexterity, so.
This guy goes at 19.
Also, I don't know if the stream saw it because I don't think it was up, but when I joked about rolling a D1000, I rolled a D1000 and I rolled a 17,
Nice.
which is I pointed out is so low that I rolled a D1000 and still didn't break a 20.
So, he is the first to act. And he walks up and he takes his cigar out of his mouth, spits on it and kind of shakes it, and it extends into a large club-like cigar, still burning on one end, and swings a clubbing strike down upon Sambar. You are held. So I'm gonna
Does
have
his
him...
clubbing strike sound like...
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, he rolls a 13 to strike you while you are suspended in the air. It seems that perhaps your shot with the arrow made you spin and turn away from him, which makes him just incredibly frustrated as his attack misses. So he's going to wind up and swing again with his multi-attack. This time with a 25 to hit you.
Hey.
And he will do... $12 points of bludgeoning damage to you with his cigar club. And he says, "Now it will learn not to break its deals before it becomes my pet."
I'm a he, not an it.
Then it is Janlar's turn. Janlar, you have Sambar suspended in the air as he's getting beaten by this man with a green cigar club. What do you do?
Consult my spellbook quickly. I don't really have a lot of options. I don't really want to attack it because then it might kill me. How close is Sambar floating to the...
You caught him after he fell some feet. You're about 20 feet up on this rainbow road we've established. So we'll call him suspended about 10 feet up from the ground when you caught him with levitate.
Okay. Let me just look at levitate real quick. I think I can just move him downward.
I want to go up. I want to go up. I want to come to your level.
Alright. I think I can move him up to 20 feet upward at once.
Yes, you can suspend him 20 feet.
Yes, I'll move him 20 feet upward.
All right, he is now 10 feet above the rainbow road, looking down upon the Capre.
I get advantage.
Why? Because you have the high ground?
Yeah, exactly. I get advantage.
All right, is that your turn, Janlar?
I don't know, does that take up my turn? Let me check.
I believe it takes your a bonus. Does it take an action or a bonus action to move?
I don't actually know.
All right, you look that up. We will move on to Gorik real quick. What are you doing during this commotion?
That's a good question. I kind of wish I knew banishment because that'd be super fun. Just, go away. But it's way too high level. He's pretty clearly attacking, right? Like we're gonna have to defend ourselves against this thing.
He seems pretty pissed off.
Sandbar is violent.
Yeah. When he attacked and changed his cigar into a club, did all the extra rainbow roads disappear, or
Yes,
are we still looking?
you are on a single rainbow road now.
Okay. I'll start walking that direction, and I'll be like, looks like this is the right way to go.
Okay, you walk along the rainbow road. You eventually will run into him, who is standing in front of you.
Does he look? Is he standing on the road?
Yes, he's standing on the road, swinging down at Sambar, who has fallen off of it because he chose poorly.
Okay. I'll look at him and ask him. I'll be like, I choose this direction. Can I pass?
He kind of snarls at you and says, I'll get to you in a minute.
Okay. Oh, I don't have it prepared. Damn. I will, as my action then, I'm going to activate my Necrotic Shroud. I think at this point he'll be the only creature within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
Because I'm like right next to him.
Sure.
Right?
You walk right up next to him. Sambar's suspended 10 feet above you. Your companion's 10 feet behind.
So yeah, so he'll be like, I'll deal with you in a minute. And then like as he glances at me, like I've rolled completely like
okay.
gaunt undead skeletal.
Yes.
And he needs to make a charisma save unless he's immune to being frightened.
I don't see an immune to frightening, so let's make a charisma save.
Yep.
You just terrorize the...
A 10 I don't believe passes.
Yeah, no, he's frightened of me.
Okay. You see him recoil a little bit, like, Ugh! But he can't move. It's not his turn.
Okay.
Okay.
That is my action.
Genlar, did you decide whether or not you have any more actions? You can't do anything. Excellent. That brings us to Sambar.
Oh, right. I got advantage because of the high ground, right?
You have
You're gonna let me
advantage,
have
but you have disadvantage to strike him as you have broken your deal with him. So you can roll it a normal attack.
All right. I'm going to...
Is this high ground thing a real rule, or did Millman make it up?
I think he made it up, but I'm gonna roll with it.
Oh,
I
well,
think
when
it's
you're
okay.
prone, you get disadvantage, right?
It works for this situation. You're 10 feet
Alright.
above this guy suddenly now, firing down on him. It
All
works
right.
for
I'm
you.
going to second win first. I feel like that's a smart move.
Okay.
Do you get it back on short rests? Is that?
I do. I do.
Okay. I thought it was a once per long rest thing.
Nah, it's
That's why when you were like, I use it, I'm like, why?
because I got it back on the short rest, so it's
Yeah.
fine. And then I'm going to sharpshooter and then shoot at him with my longbow.
Okay.
Just super anime, by the way. You just like up in the air, just like
Yes.
Yeah. What's my roll? Come on, roll 20. 13?
13 does not hit. Your
That's
arrow
alright.
strikes his barky skin and falls off.
I'm going to action surge and fire again.
All right. A 21 hits.
There we go.
For
That's 18 damage.
All right. He takes 18 damage. His eyes narrow. His orange lights just like are fiery, like fire in his eyes now. And he is angered. Sambar, you are held in the air, so you can't move. That brings us to Rose. No, I'm sorry. I lied. That doesn't bring us to Rose. You rolled a 3 in initiative.
Alright.
It brings us to him.
I didn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't need to mention it again, but yeah.
He
Doesn't he have the
looks...
highest initiative?
he rolled a 19 for his initiative.
He rolled a
you were
10, didn't he?
No.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong party. We're at Rose. Rose, it's your turn.
The wrong
I'm
party. Lovely.
Greg's other seekers.
Yep. The other party.
We
Riss.
look to the right and there's a whole other party having the same fight.
No,
With twice as much gear because they're way more
I
efficient.
wrote this guy right underneath our last fight. They had a 10 initiative. Go.
Is it possible? Like, I would like to throw a. Wait, how far away is that dude from me?
Like a 10 feet. He just walked down the road from the other side towards Sandbar.
I would like to throw a puff of fairy fire in a way that I'm not like throwing it against our dwarf. So like add that creature in behind it if that's possible.
Okay. Sure. You can make that happen.
Right. So that would be. Whoop.
He's gonna need to make a dexterity
Dex.
save.
Dex saving throw.
I'm not gonna lie.
He fails. He becomes
Yes!
enraptured in fairy fire, with a nice outline showing you all the vulnerable places.
Nice. Wonderful. That is my action for this.
All
turn.
right, perfect. That brings us to his turn because he's a 19 out of 10.
I'm really excited for him to like Super Smash Brothers home run bat the levitating.
Yeah,
I'm
he
10
was
feet
going
up of
to, but now he realizes that he's very scared of you, and he doesn't want to hit you, but he wants you to go away. And so he uses his ability to create confusion, and he wiggles his now club-sized cigar in the air, and casts confusion. So I need all of you within 10 feet of this guy, which is Sambar and Gorik, to make me a saving throw versus Wisdom.
Wisdom save.
Yes.
Oh, this is not good. Never mind, 14.
Ooh, a 14. Very good.
Not good for Sandbar. He's a +2.
I know, right?
Oh.
That's really good.
He attempts to assault your mind with twisting waves of confusion, but both of you shrug it off. And his eyes grow wider as he realizes he can't affect the mind of Gorik and this terrifying apparition. And that is his turn, because he's not going to move away from his prey. Which brings us to Janlar. What do you do?
Seeing the tides turn a little bit, Janlar is going to attack with
Use magic missile. You got it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid that if I use it, I won't ever be able to put it into my spellbook. So I'm going to just attack with Ray of Frost.
Okay. You unleash a ray of frost at him. Roll to hit, please.
Got
I have
advantage.
advantage,
Very
right?
fast.
You do have advantage
Yep.
from Fairy Fire. That is correct. 16 hits.
Nice.
Nice.
And then it is slowed by 10 feet.
Ooh, wow.
Nice, and it takes 8 points of cold damage. As his limbs kind of slow and curl in on themselves. Excellent. That is your turn there. Which brings us to Gorik. What are you doing?
Who's after me? Is Rose the only person
Sambar
after
and
me?
Rose.
Okay. I will. Sambar's first, right?
Sambar, then Rose, in that order.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to use my action to channel Divinity Path to the Grave him.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
he has vulnerability to the next damage he takes on an attack.
It's like 2 times damage, right?
Right.
Yep.
He takes
Yep.
double damage from the
Perfect.
next attack that he takes. And with Sambar having advantage, maybe Sambar will crit. He'll take quadruple.
Sambar does not have advantage, but Sambar does have single.
Right.
All right, perfect. You toll of the grave him. Sambar, you're suspended in the air above him by the levitate spell. You have both advantage and disadvantage on your attacks. What will you do?
All right, let's do it for the sharp shot. Let's shoot him in the eye.
Alrighty.
Come on, die.
That
20.
hits. That hits.
This way. He takes
24 points of damage.
22, so isn't it
Oh, no,
times
no,
2?
no. He takes 44 points of damage. Holy
What a
shit.
fucking perfect time to use that.
Is that double the whole damage or just the die?
No, it doubles. Vulnerability is all damage.
is all damage.
Impressive.
Sambar, please describe the epic death of this creature from your sharpshooter shot.
Well, obviously, I'm like floating and uncomfortably like shaving. I'm just like, whoa, I gotta make this one count. And as you like, you've channeled your divinity and like made him so vulnerable, I just gone him straight between the eyes, and you see the arrow go in, and the back of the arrow come out the other side from like the behind angle. So you see the arrowhead come out the other side. And I'm assuming he just goes and then falls limp.
Off the bridge.
He falls limp
Off
off
the
the bridge, falling.
Does he drop his cigar on the bridge though? Because I want that cigar.
with the epicness of the 44 points of damage, I think that yes, his cigar falls and tumbles onto the Bridge of Light, reducing back in size to a normal cigar length, which is actually probably quite large for you, considering he was of this world and much larger.
Can I make a request?
He falls back and lands on the ground. Yes, what is your request?
Since I pathed the grave dim and that made him vulnerable to damage, can I say like a bunch of like sort of spectral hands sort of reached up and made him vulnerable, and as he falls off, they just pull him down into like an underworld type.
They pull him down towards the underworld. Eventually, his body rests on the ground. They can't drag him.
He's
hell.
still nicely glittering, though.
They drag down, leaving the body behind on the ground underneath the bridge, 20 feet below you. The cigar still twirling on the Rainbow Bridge.
Can somebody help me?
Yeah, Chandler, let's go over his concentration and Sandbar.
As Sandbar falls 30 feet to the ground.
He falls gently when the land.
All right. You eventually get him back on the bridge. You begin running back down the bridge, once again feeling confident about yourselves, making every turn correctly, and you run into no other creatures along the way.
That's because they know not to mess with death.
You eventually arrive back at this mural here with your partially filled in bowls.
Okay. I'm gonna do the weird thing of I'm going to pour the silver. I'm gonna put my hand on the copper, pour the silver on, then slide the copper off.
You keep trying to steal from the Silver Lord, man.
I'm not stealing. I'm giving back the copper that I took from him earlier.
I don't need the copper.
So you are paying silver for copper. As you fill this basin with your sack of
Do I use the whole sack?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
First, I want you to make a Constitution saving throw again for stealing the copper. This time, well, in this case, silver. And this time, I want your DC. Oh, you failed. Never mind.
I failed. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was gonna lower the DC because you were paying in a little bit too, but you finally failed.
I finally failed.
As you take the copper out,
You spontaneously combust.
Don't say that.
You feel a piece of you disappearing with it. And as you remove the copper, you feel as if a hole has been dislodged inside of you as well. Empty and ravenous and hungry. Please mark on your character sheet +1 hunger.
Okay. Where would I put that? I'm gonna put under floors.
Floors? Yeah.
Hunger.
Just keep track of your rate of hunger. It has been increased by 1. It is ravenous, and it is a hunger and an emptiness that you feel like you need to fill. And it racks your body, painfully so. But as the racking subsides, you grow used to it. Still there, still gnawing, still an emptiness, a void that needs filling. But you are now hungered.
Do I know
But you have
I'm
the
cursed?
copper in your hand.
Do I get your copper back?
Yep, you got your copper.
You can
Yeah, I got 12 copper. Okay, alright.
Throw it back into the bowl. Whoop. Okay.
All right.
No,
so
because that won't cure my curse.
you fill the copper bowl, leaving the other silver coins you'd placed in there with these iodized silver pieces. As you do, the mural begins to rapidly fill, lines slashing through it, drawing the picture that you've seen before. The bag does not completely empty to fill this basin. You had 1,500 silver pieces in this bag. You needed 1,000 silver pieces to fill the coins. So you have 500 silver pieces iodized still in this bag when you are done.
Fill the rest of the bag with gems. Or at least that's what you had asked us to remind you to do before we left.
Yes. I've got lots of those crystal spears in my bag anyway.
Okay. Fair enough.
But at least I can remove the 30 pounds of carry weight. I'm like quickly trying to empty my bag so I don't weigh a ton.
Wasn't the bowl like almost half full already from the other coins?
Yep.
Oh, so it needed another
Yep.
1,000 coins after where it was.
Yep.
Oh, yay.
So, you filled the bowl, and the silver forms a mural in front of you, the one that we have seen in the stained glass of the church. Do you go about filling the other bowls?
Yeah, I think we saved the heart for last.
You pour the honey into the correct basin. You pour the wine. You dump out Sambar's pack of everything in it except the grain. Start dumping as much grain as you can into the basin, eventually filling it. Finally, you have 7 of these 8 murals filled. There's only one final one far to the end that is empty. The archway is almost full, lacking a single eighth of it of silver light.
Is the box locked with the heart in it?
You have never tried to open it. Upon examining it, no, it does not appear to be locked.
I'll do it. Do you want me to do it, or do you want to touch it? Like, I'm fine with, like, I'll do it.
Go for it.
Okay. It's like real ceremonies. I take off my bag and everything, and I'm like, open it real slow, like, and gently take this heart and put it onto the.
Before you stick it in the basin,
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have any, other than Tom, does anyone have any alcohol?
We have some wine. Did we use all of the wine?
No, not wine, like strong, like spirits.
Sadly, no. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just kleptomatic.
Okay. There's no like natural wood in here, right, Greg?
I mean, what do you mean by natural wood?
Like wood, textured wood. Everything here is made of crystal of some description.
It is wood. It's like a wood crystal hybrid. Everything in this forest, it is wood. It is grass. It is like liquid, but it also has this crystalline texture as well.
You want
It's
wood?
like a hybrid.
Do I think it would be flammable?
Here,
Maybe.
I hand you an arrow.
What are you trying to do? We might be able to help you.
I basically want to set the heart to basically burn after we go through.
Do we have a little bit of wheat left over?
I have a candle which I can basically use as a fuse. I would just need it to burn down to a level that it would catch something else after we've had time to get through.
We'll pour the rest of the wheat from the.
It'll
bag.
close behind us.
Right, I just don't want to leave the still beating heart in the basin if the still beating heart breaks his chains. I basically want to use it as a way to open the door and then destroy it after that.
Oh, you want to forever bound him?
He's
Right.
not here, though. Right?
He's not, but we don't know. Gorik will be like, we don't want to leave this key, which was locked in a temple, which had a series of puzzles that you had to solve. We don't want to just leave it here in the open. It is very possible that whatever your enemy, the wizard man who activated the shrine, he may have wanted us to be drawn through. He may have wanted us to retrieve this heart and leave it here, exposed and vulnerable. It sounds like he drew you to Willard's Mill because he needed you for something. I don't want you to play into his hands again. If we can use this heart to get through, fantastic. If we can destroy it after it has served its purpose, perhaps this is better.
Let me look. Do I have lantern oil?
Oh yeah, does anybody have a lantern? Other than Tom?
His doesn't work the way it should.
I know.
I have a magical globe that I use if I need light.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I have lots of stolen goods, nothing flammable.
You have,
But
you have,
Isn't
do you
the
still have
wheat
the
that you have?
do you have one
No.
empty sack still?
I do now.
Okay. I mean, because we could just burn the bag. I mean, it's not going to be like lamp oil. Rose, I take it you don't have any lamp oil either.
No.
Yeah.
She's got nothing flammable, which is totally understandable.
Because I am flammable.
I have bits of fleece, butter. I don't know if butter is flammable. I would assume it's. I can cast grease. I don't think I have grease. I do have grease. I can cast grease on it.
Is grease flammable? This isn't divinity.
We have ignited it in the past.
Grease is traditionally flammable in D&D.
Okay.
Grease burns.
All
It's
right.
like treating grease like an oil slick is like a D&D staple.
Okay.
I'm a little nervous casting grease in the air. It might cause me to be cursed.
I mean, we're not taking anything out of the bowls, right?
Fair. You're right. That's what the magic did say. Was taking it would cause curse. All right, you sold me.
As they're having this conversation, I'm eating another orange.
I cast grease then on the centered around the heart.
Okay. You grease the heart.
Or not the heart, or not the heart, the basin we're gonna put the heart in. Sorry.
Okay. You coat the basin and the floor and the mural of this kind of stone altar in just a heaping coating of grease.
Okay. And then I want to, in the basin the heart goes, I want to take one of my candles that I have as part of my priest pack, and I want to set it in the basin. I don't want to light the candle.
Okay.
And then put the heart in the basin.
Okay.
I'll put the heart in.
As you place this still beating heart in the basin, the altar, the mural fills, the altar glows a silver light as the archway fully envelops itself into this silvery portal. And the magic here is complete. You can feel the throbbing magic silver of the archway. As it seems that it is in good shape to walk through.
Okay. And then, did I already say I lit the candle?
You did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so my theory is that the candle will burn down, and at a certain point it'll get low enough that it's burned through the candle and catch the grease.
Yep. That sounds good to me. I will have you make just like a luck check, basically.
Okay.
Does the candle put itself out with wax before the flame gets to the grease?
Fair.
But unless we can handle that after you step through the portal.
Could I theoretically, if after, like right as we step through, could I use Mage Hand to like knock the candle over into the grease?
Conceivably, yeah.
I was going to be
You
the
want to
last
knock
one
the
through.
candle over right now?
Well, I'm going to be the first
No.
one since everybody wants
Yeah.
to go last. I'll just go through first. Right?
Rose, you walk through
yeah.
the silver portal.
Oh,
Rose,
we don't have to knock 3 times first. It's already open.
It is open.
Okay.
You ate fruit from the land of the Silver Lord.
I did.
Please make a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, I'm going to be stuck here forever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it shouldn't be. It's a 10. Fucking wrecked.
Well, you ate a fruit. You feel a tugging at you as you walk through. And you know
man.
that you are being held here. You have a choice, as you can tell just magically that you have a choice. You can sacrifice something magical to try to break this connection between you and the Lord of Silver to get through, or you can leave a piece of you behind and force your way through.
Something magical.
You have the coat.
It's not magical though, is it? Is my thing? I do have the candle actually.
The candle. Do the candle.
Is the candle is magical, right?
Yeah, both the candle and the cloak are magical. The cloak
I'll
is
leave the candle off.
All right. As you're walking through the
ghost
silver
spirits
light and it
behind.
engulfs you, you take this candle and you use the magic of it to break free from the bind of the Silver Lord. You stumble through, the candle now gone, he absorbed into the Silver Lord's magic, and you stumble into the open swampland that you first found the altar with the blind beggar's body at. Lying on the ground in front of you is the body of this beggar, and you are through the archway of the Silver Lord. You look back, and there is nothing behind you. What was once there is now gone. The three others of you are still standing in the altar to the Silver Lord.
I tell Sambar to go first.
Sam, did we see Faye sacrifice the candle?
No.
No. Okay.
Are you sure?
Sambar, do you have anything magical on you? Just
Go.
I don't know.
Let us see if you even can.
I laugh. I like just take a second, just as I go to walk through the portal. I'm like, "Come on, Silverlord, help me out now. I believe in you, buddy." I was actually planning to blow the candle out
Greg,
on my way out, but since she's sending me through first, we're saving throw.
right as he like steps through, I'm gonna like kind of touch him and push him through. And as he goes, I'm going to cast protection from good and evil on him. I don't know that it's going to do anything.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm going to cast it.
I like it.
So,
because Goric does not think Sambar's going to make this.
You have eaten a fruit from the Silver Lord's realm. You've eaten salt. You've eaten 5. Okay.
I think it's 6 because he ate another fruit, unless the fruit only counts once.
He's been eating fruit this whole time.
Yeah.
So
he's eaten like 3 fruits.
you're at a DC 15. I will give you DC 14 from Gorik's good grace and your praise of the Silver Lord, working together to knock it off. So you need to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw. All right. You already bear the mark of the Silver Lord in your body, this void, this emptiness, this hunger, this curse. So you have a choice as you walk through. You're being pulled back, unallowed to leave. You could sacrifice something magical to try to break the bonds. You would need at least 4 pieces of magic to do so, as 4 bonds tie you to this world. Or you can take 4 points of hunger of this curse. Let it consume more of you. You're muted. Or you could stay, I guess.
Those 4 points of hunger, baby.
All right.
Daddy's ravenous.
You feel this ravenous emptiness unleash further through you. You just feel empty, and you feel an absolute need to fill it. Please mark 4 more hunger on your character sheet.
This is when your player character turns into your NPC villain.
You stumble your way through.
You're fighting the deer, deer boss? I don't know,
You stumble
man.
your way through on the other side. Rose is standing there in the middle of the swamp. There is no altar behind you. The dead body of the beggar lies in the swamp water near you. Upon seeing this dead, rotting flesh in front of you, you feel your hunger gnaw. It calls to you.
Do I still have the fruit from the other world in my bag?
You do.
I'm gonna eat that.
You eat it, and you feel no satiation.
So hungry!
Thought you were a vegetarian.
I'm not eating the rotten body. I'm gonna roll for this.
Please make a wisdom saving throw at DC the amount of your hunger. I think you have 5 total.
Yeah, so 15.
No, DC 5, the amount of your hunger.
Oh, DC 5. Oh, that's fine.
Right.
That's fine.
You keep yourself at bay, eyeing the flesh, your mouth watering, the hunger growing inside of you.
Yeah, I got the veiny, fangy face of like, ah!
But you do not partake in the body, and instead stand in the swamp with Rose.
Sambar, are you drooling? I think you're drooling. You need a tissue?
I don't feel so good. You just see this look on my face, like struggling. I'm fine. It'll be fine.
Janlar and Gormak, Goric, you are the last 2 in the Lord of Silver's realm.
Go ahead, the Janlar.
Do you have a way of putting the candle out or knocking the candle over?
Exactly that GIF.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Well, it's not actually a GIF, it's just a JPEG.
No, but exactly that.
Okay, then I'll go through.
All right. Janlar, you partook in the fruit of the Silver Lord, correct?
Correct.
And that's all. Make a DC 11 wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, we
Alright.
suck at this!
You feel latched into the Silver Lord's realm. You feel as if you cannot get through. You know that you have a choice in this moment. And I guess the third part of all these choices is to just stay forever in the realm of the Silver Lord, if that's what you want to do.
I won't lie, I was so tempted.
I guess it's a good thing Chandler has every magic item.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to.
You can leave a piece of yourself behind, or you can and fight your way through, just leaving whatever was hooked into you magically, or you can try to break the magical bond by sacrificing one of your magic items.
How bad of a decision is it to sacrifice that necrotic eye?
I don't even remember the necrotic eye.
I took the 2 eyes from like the necrotic.
They are magic.
He has the
He can
eyes of the
sacrifice
beast.
The beast
eyes?
eyes?
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel like
Those might be quest items. I don't know. Are they
No,
weight 0?
They are.
I got 2 more candles. I was thinking about giving one to somebody else, but
But we didn't know we had to sacrifice things to go.
yeah, I gotta believe that's the most. Is anyone gonna want the bullwhip?
I mean, you can't ask right now, so,
Right.
you know.
I'm thinking to myself in my own head. Yeah, no, I'll sacrifice a candle.
Okay. You sacrifice away one of the magical candles of spiritual warding, and break the magical bond that tethers you to the Silver Lord's realm. You step through the other side, the candle gone from your person, and you see Sambar and Rose in the swamp next to the body of this beggar, and nothing else around you. Gormak, you're the last in the realm of the Silver Lord.
All right. I'm going to blow my last spell slot to cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And as I do, I will step through the walkway and just kind of offhand cast Thaumaturgy on the candle to flare the fire brighter as I go through the door.
Okay.
And as I step through, I'll say, "Blessing of Regest upon this place."
I like it. Okay. Points for bad. Actually, did you eat anything in the realm of the Silver Lord?
I ate my own rations that I brought with me,
That's what I thought.
but I ate nothing from this realm.
Nothing ties you to the realm of the Silver Lord. You have not been here for more than 3 days, nor did you eat at his table. You walk through this portal and find yourself on the other side. Disoriented, perhaps, for a brief moment, but you are with your companions, having gotten through the realm of the Silver Lord, and you stand in the swamp next to the body of a beggar. And that, I believe, is where we will end our session for today. Thank you for powering through it with me there. I wanted to
Is
get you
Tom
through.
here?
Tom is not here right now, but he might
Okay.
canonically jump in all of a sudden. I don't know.
Okay. He's not
I-
standing there waiting for us.
You
Just
He's
disappointing.
at the vineyard,
this is
just
not
getting
the same-
shit-faced.
This is not
probably.
the same day.
Okay.
You don't know that yet, but you will. So, like, unless Tom says, I wait here for days, I imagine he's not
Right.
here, which is why I don't
No
say
wild,
he's here.
no Feywild time jump weirdness.
We will ask, no Feywild time jump. It's only been a day or two. But we will ask Tom what he's been up to the next time he gets in here. You guys need some experience, so let me calculate
Ooh,
that.
yeah.
If you have any shout outs or plugs you want to make, now would be an excellent time.
All right. Someone else go. Rose, you should go. You don't ever get to shout things out. And by Rose, I mean Faye.
Right. So there's not much gonna happen with me. I do next week Friday on Koibu's channel. I'm gonna play Kuba Knights, where I play an Arabian princess cleric with a spear and a shield. If you're interested in that, you can see me there.
Get me a link. I'll watch that. It'll be my Saturday. I'm down.
Okay, I can do that.
Cool.
Drop
I
that
need
link.
all- yeah, I need all the RP stuff I can get in my life.
Careful,
And I'll
people
be-
tend to watch Neil's stuff and then they have to consume all of it. And then that's a big undertaking.
Trust me, I know. I went through.
I recommend it, though. It's a good time.
Go Spurs, go.
Go, Spurs, go!
Oh my god, sport.
Go Blazers. They made their first round.
Oh yeah, we're waiting for the Spurs.
Yeah.
Preferably the Spurs.
Okay,
Why are you a Spurs fan, Dan? You're not.
I mean, preferably a Spurs, because we're gonna beat the Spurs handily.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
There's
okay.
so much.
All right.
He's talking smack.
Yeah, I was like, I know why Greg is a Spurs fan.
But I mean, I like LaMarcus still, even though he left us. Like, I'm still a fan of LaMarcus. And
I would find it massively amusing if the Blazers beat the Spurs and won a championship after LaMarcus left. That'd be pretty funny. I don't know that the Blazers are going to win a championship. One day, I hope, in my lifetime. It'd be nice to see, but
you're gonna have to wait for this Warriors team to dismantle.
Yeah, I feel very much like the Blazers always have like one, maybe two really good players, and everybody else is like, it's not like LA where it's just like, oh hey, or Golden State right now where it's just like, yeah, we have all the good players.
But how many? I mean, that's not.
What?
You can't just. Not every team gets to have their time with the five best players, or three or four of the five best players in the league. You know, like there's only, I think, 6 NBA teams that have won like 90% of the games.
Right. Yeah.
The Lakers, Spurs, Bulls, Heat, and Celtics have won like all of them.
All right. I'm going to interrupt this basketball talk for the audience who may or may not care. If you like sports and you like D&D, have I got the podcast for you? The League of Ultimate Questing, which imagines adventuring as though it were in fact a major league sport with fans and everything. Our team, the Mortal Dawn, is the latest episode just finishing their first official league-sanctioned quest, and we will be starting our second one very soon. Links to that are in chat right now at this very moment.
I can vouch, as somebody who has rated a 5-star and listened to all but 2 of the podcasts, it's a fucking great listen.
I thought you were going to say you rated it, but you didn't listen to it.
Yeah,
I did. I actually rated it first, but then did listen to it when I was coming to America.
Alrighty. Is that everybody, or is everyone all shouted out?
I will be live within the next half an hour with the next game that I'll be playing. We got the Shadowsight campaign 5e. I play a Dragonborn monk who worships the Traveler, so I just cause chaos and everybody's along with the ride, like literally like every other game I play. I don't know why this keeps happening. But I also stream here on Twitch. My current 2 games are Escape from Tarkov because of the new wipe, and Atlas because Pirate's Life is a life for me.
Yo ho, yo ho.
Around. Ooh.
All right. Awesome. So, everybody, please take home 2,025 experience for your combat encounters and your ability to get through the realm of the Silver Lord. It was quite an ordeal these last 2 sessions. So, happy to hand out a little XPs.
Tom doesn't get any of this.
You guys could have rolled so many terrible, awful places in the Castle of the Silver Lord, and you only rolled 2 before you got out.
Let's be honest, that golden lady was going to be terrible. Come on, Greg.
Yeah,
Can you tell me?
Huh?
Can you tell me, was she awesome or was she evil?
She tried to spear you in her like many arms and then try to drink your fluids.
That sounds hot. We should have gone there.
She sounds like a swell person.
Yeah.
What was our XP?
She has what was her XP value?
No. What XP did we get? I couldn't catch all of it because everybody got excited.
2,025.
Okay.
Yeah. Her XP value would have been an additional 4,900.
Wow.
We should have killed her. We should have done it.
Would have been a
Also
solid
has-
0 because that would have been a
has the
TPK.
ability to do 40, 10 plus 48 damage in one go. So she's a bit scary.
We'd have been fucking dead.
There's no
is
way
right.
one of those doesn't kill me.
Yeah.
Shout out to people who take the other door.
Yeah, Faye is right. We would have got 0 XP from that fight because we all would have died.
There were some nasties that you guys avoided, but that was awesome.
Mostly tapped at that point too. So
Lovely. Let's never go back to that place. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Thank you for playing with me. I hope you enjoyed it. For those of you watching, thanks for watching. I love all of you. I hope you come back next week. We will have Tom back, and we will be seeing the fallout, I guess, of sending his companions off to another realm. Until then, same bad time, same bad channel. Have a good day, y'all. Peace.
Peace.